All right, hey everybody. I am here with one of my all-time favorite humans, for real, legit, Mr. John O'Leary. He hosts a podcast, Live Inspired with John O'Leary, which I was honored to be on. He is a best-selling author, he's a motivational speaker, and he has an insanely remarkable story about surviving an accident when you were a kiddo that burned literally 100% of his body. He's one of my favorite humans because he is inspiring to be around, and your content is so good. And so I thought it would be fun to answer a question together, to each give us an answer. Okay, so personal question for you.
Okay.
When do you find it hard to be a good human? What frustrates you? When or why do you lose it?
Awesome.
Who wants to go first?
I'll answer that first question. I find it hard to be a good human when I wake up in the morning and the alarm clock sounds. How I pivot from that, you do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which I've also been practicing since we first met. I get out of bed right away. I dance to the shower, turn that baby on, and while the water's warming up, I ask a question every single morning of myself. And the question is, why me? And if you're not intentional, and if you hit snooze...
What do you mean, why me? Because why me sounds like, why me?
Totally. And that's one way to ask it. The alternative way is to say, like, God, why me? I'm in with Mel Robbins today, hanging out in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, getting ready to fly home to my family, living in this country, able to see and hear and feel and connect and love and live. Start there. So I have a journal that is in my bag. Every morning I travel with it. Why me? Take the notes, get in the shower, start my day. And honestly, not only is it a great way to start my day, it's a great way to engage with problems around me. And the problems are everywhere. So rather than seeing the problems, I aim for the solutions. The solutions are everywhere, but you got to be looking for them. And if you're only looking for the problems, that's all you'll find.
So why me is a way to excavate gratitude inside you. Because you basically are prompting yourself by saying why me to look for, oh, why am I so lucky to have all this?
Exactly
Okay,
right.
I got it. Because of course my negative brain was like, oh, well, if I ask myself why me.
That's right.
What frustrates me?
When do you lose it?
Oh, gosh. I lose it after 2 bourbons. I become a real jerk. No, seriously, like I tend, if I have a cocktail, it's usually now clear, like tequila or gin or beer. But all kidding aside, I don't drink bourbon because I do become kind of grouchy. The B word would be more appropriate. I lose it when I get so focused on finishing something that when somebody interrupts me, and that's somebody being my children or husband, I use a tone of voice that I really am ashamed that I have.
Okay.
And I also lose it when I'm around somebody that is bigoted or rude to service personnel. I don't know what it is about those sort of situations when somebody's not kind and when somebody's like judgy based on someone's identity or their race or their gender or whatever. Like that, to me, there's no room in this world for that. And so I lose it in that regard.
What do you do then? So when
I
you
intervene.
lose it internally?
I literally, I insert myself in some way, whether it's to course correct on behalf of the person that's getting treated rude by either being super kind to them, or I've even said, don't talk to her like that. You know, you have no idea what this person is going through, and she's trying her best to make your coffee right. Like it's, and you know, I'm sorry you're having a bad day, but that's uncalled for kind of thing. And so those are the 2 moments that I, as a human being, lose self-control. And I, in one instance, behave in a way that I'm not proud of by snapping at my kids. And my kids are my greatest asset for helping me change it, because they're
calling you out now.
Oh yeah, what they say? Hey, anger spreads, Mom.
So that's
just
for
because
the
you're mad
audience,
at
not for
work,
you
like
guys.
don't spread it to me. And it's a immediate course correct.
How I bring it back down, whether it's, I have 4 kids, I'm also married, travel a lot, TSA officers, life on the road. It's beautiful and challenging. I have a sentence that I use, and I practice it in presentations. You used it today, Mel. But the words are, I love you, there's nothing you can do about it. I love you, there's nothing you can do about it. But when I say it internally, or to my spouse when she's triggering on me, or to my kids when they're yelling in the background, I'm on a conference call, I love you, there's nothing you can do about it. It totally pivots me to remind me what actually matters and who ultimately actually matters. So for me, that's been an awesome.
That's a good one. I might have to steal that one.
Use it.
You know, the one thing that does bring me down is I often say to myself, wow, that person must have a miserable life if that's how they treat other people. Like there's sort of an empathy thing, sort of like you're doing. Exactly like you're doing, just a different sentence.
Right.
That's cool. John O'Leary, Live Inspired podcast. Pick up the books. On fire.
On fire, baby. Come on.
On fire. Thank you.
Mel, thank you. Love you.
Oh, I love you.